Hey there, friends. Sam here. I am back at Harvey Cat Homestead. I just spent 4-ish days at Dirty Myrtle, as my friend Moses likes to call it. So I thought it would be fun for us together to experience the garden after 4 days of neglect, I think. I did offer for Michael's parents to come and harvest off of it. I don't know if they did. We're going to find out together. So let's see what we got. Oh, our corn's definitely done. Dixie dog. Yeah, the corn is definitely dry. If there are any ears of this that are even salvageable. Oh, wow. He's gone. He gone. Well, that's a shame. There might be a couple other ears that I could get something off of, but I'm sure that there are several green beans down here that are ready to be harvested. Oh yeah, look at that. A handful of these guys. I might have to can some tomorrow. I definitely need to spray for worms again. And these two squash plants they probably just need to get pulled out. Some of them are still kind of producing, like there's like maybe a baby squash on there. But it's mostly just disease and pests. These heifers. Stinking Japanese beetles. Yeah, more green beans. This is the different variety. Obviously, this is a climbing bean. So these are rattlesnake pole beans. And the variegated ones down here in this little plot are dragon tongue beans. I can no longer walk through this path. I had a feeling that would happen. The zinnias are still killing it. So that's good. Oh man, look at all of the cowpeas. So many cowpeas. I always end up with ants all over them. And they only ever really end up like at the base of the bean. I've never noticed them doing any actual damage to the bean, but man, they end up on just about every single pod, but that's okay. My shishitos are past their prime, I would say. I should have harvested those a long time ago, but that's okay. I think our sweet potatoes are going to do really well. Now these peppers are also, something's started to eat that one. These are violet sparkle peppers. It looks like maybe the rain snapped that one off. I don't know. We did have another couple of big storms while I was gone. These beans. Oh man, they are having too much fun. Too much fun indeed. Oh wow, we got some fat cucumbers. I don't see any more red pimento peppers. Not ripe yet. I'm scared to step over here, so this is very unwise of me. I'm going to have to come out and harvest once I put you guys down. But he should have been harvested a while ago. I was really hoping that Michael's mom would come grab some, especially some cucumbers, because I know she's had a hard time with her cucumber plants this year. Oh, I'd say the sunflower's definitely done. I had a good show of it, at least. The zinnias are still down, still doing good. I'm interested to see if that swamp milkweed is going to flower this year. I'd be surprised if it didn't, but I figured it would be setting buds by now. I don't see any. That's okay. Our cotton still looking good. That is one fat bowl. I'm hoping we don't end up with weevils, but we shall see. Got a whole bunch of fruit set on here. And when I say fruit, I mean it's not edible fruit, but that's what the cotton is. Like you have the seed inside of it. Stevia down in there still doing good. You can kind of see it behind those red leaves. This is the stevia. I think this might be our happiest cotton plant. Everything else is a little bit smaller. But again, that is okay. We cannot all be overachievers. There's probably some beans on those green beans too. There's some kind of worm. There's a wormy. I don't know. I don't know what kind of worm he is. I don't know if there's very many good caterpillar type worms in the garden, but oh, hey, look, there's a watermelon. This Catania watermelon. This is supposed to be a mini. I have this stinking mulch in my shoe. Okay. This Catania watermelon is supposed to be a mini melon, so it should ripen a little quicker than what our other melons do. I'm checking the tendril, and it is still green, so that's definitely not anywhere near ready. I think there's another one down in there. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Looks like our orange Jing okra had plenty of time to get happy. He needs harvesting badly. Definitely needs harvesting. I think I'm going to pull these black beans out. Definitely have some weeds going on in here that need removed too. The zinnias flop over and just keep on growing. Oh, something jumped on my toe. I don't know what it was. Oh, it startled me. It was probably a piece of mulch. Don't mind me, just being very easily startled. To be fair, at the beach, we did have like a ton of little fishies swimming all around our feet, ready to munch on us, which, you know, that doesn't hurt. It just feels very invasive. Got some ground cherries. I harvested some of these the other day, but I don't know where they went. Like they just vanished. I think that one's not exactly ready. No, I'm gonna taste it anyway. Ooh, that's cool. I've never eaten one of those before. I think it's still unripe, but that's a cool flavor. Got a nice crunch to it. Wow. Okay. These guys are in need of being harvested as well. I'm a little scared to walk out there. It's such a big old jungle. Let's finish these beds over here first. I'm sure I have also limited my capacity to walk. Oh, it may not even be worth it to try to walk over there. Maybe let's walk around. I need to put something in this bed. You can see there's still a couple of onions. They're probably beginning to rot. These cucumbers also clearly didn't get harvested when they needed to be, but that's okay. That's okay. I should probably make another batch of pickles. Ooh, that one's really big. He's so fat. You a big old cucumber, buddy. I'll come back for you later. I'm probably going to have to come in here and actually prune some of these vines because I do actually need to be able to walk through there. It's not good, but whatever. Look, this is what happens when you go on vacation. Things kind of take over. Do you see that lizard? It's a knoll. He's on this zinnia. He hears me talking. He's like, I don't want any part of what you got going on. Hey, little cutie. I see you trying to change to yellow. Yeah. Yellow-brown, huh? Gray. Aren't you cool? I love anoles. I think they're awesome. Lizards are such good garden friends. I know people don't like snakes or lizards sometimes, but man, I love them. I'm so happy they're in my garden. They are helping me eating the buggies. And spiders too. Wow, these tomatoes. Oh man. They have gotten tall. That one over there is like leaning way out. Leaning way out. Man, these basils are intense too. The pumpkin got all the way around this side of the trellis. Oh, I believe you're Dunsky, buddy. You're badly sunburned. Oh, he's squishy. He's squishy. You're burnt. You're burnt. We're just gonna pick you and toss you out in the yard. You can feed the grass. How about that? We're back to our green beans and our squash over here. So this is the other side of the garden, basically. Zinnia is still happy. There are a couple of pumpkins over here. Again, this is seeds I didn't plant, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to get out of them. I don't think my fennel survived. there was fennel growing in that little nook, and I think it just got crowded out by the pumpkin. This is what happens sometimes when you allow volunteers to go crazy. That's okay. I'm going to get at least 2 pumpkins off of it, so they're pretty little pumpkins. I probably need to get out here. Let's see really quick. I wonder. Oh yeah, they're cured. Yeah, so I'm not really leaving much of a mark with my nail, which means these can be pulled off and brought inside. And that one's younger. That one's younger than that one. So if this one is cured, I'd be very surprised if that one was also not cured. But there's more pumpkins being set on the same vine. There's one right there. Well, you can see it right up against the wood right there. So I may just leave him. I am going to pull him out of the out of the tomato trellis. He's going way up in there. All right. Onward through the jungle to the jungle. I'm just going to walk through here. It'll be fine. Unless I get snake bitten, then it won't be fine. But that is a possibility in this wild and wayward southern garden. But you know, if you're not risking just a little bit, are you really living? I mean, come on. Look at this. I can scarcely take it in. All right, let's see if this Kajari melon's ripe. It looks like something's been eating this. I don't know what would be doing that. No, not quite yet. That tendril's still very, very green. Very green. We got a couple more melons on there though. There's like 2 or 3 right here. Yeah, looky there. Pretty babies. Makes me happy. I've harvested a couple of these futsu squash already. And man, are they good. And I think they're so pretty. Like, I love that color. I love that color. I'm a little scared they're going to start rotting. As you can see, there's some like weird coloration going on the bottom there. And I know this garden is totally full of pests. So, you know, like there's squash bug eggs everywhere. And at this point, I don't have the capacity to get rid of them all. So I'm just kind of letting them go. I don't know if you can see right over there. There's that orange turning. There's one right next to it too. I'm very excited about these. Oh my gosh, there's like 50 million squash bug eggs. But there's also a whole bunch of pumpkins. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. Look at that monster. Oh man, the squash bugs are all over it. Get off of there. You heifers. Oh man, there's a little baby one there. Ah, look at that. No. Oh my goodness. So this is what happens typically when you leave the garden and you come back. There's usually pests everywhere. So that's okay. Our little variegated Joe Pye weed is looking really pretty, even though he's kind of surrounded by pumpkin. But that guy, look, here's my foot for comparison here. He's big. He's a big old pumpkin. The cantaloupe finally decided to take off. So it's vining around. That's cool. Indigo's looking good. The Silver Falls that I didn't plant in this container is looking really good. That's one of my favorite annuals. I think it's so pretty. Dreyer's Coreopsis here. I could probably harvest those and actually use those for some dye. I do have a little bit of fabric that's ready to be dyed. Cardoons are looking pretty. I'm not really sure how to harvest those. People use them for greens, I think, but I haven't done that. Oh, you poor green stalk, baby. Oh, those are so sad. I'm going to have to drag the hose out here and water this thing. Those strawberries are done. They cooked. They are cooked, you poor things. Wow. Oh, I'm so sorry, little bee. I knocked a bee off of the... I'm going to stop moving it. I'm making it worse. I'm making it worse. I'm sorry, little friends. Ah. Did I disturb you? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to leave you be. Oh, I love the bees. I don't want to disturb them. Well, that's probably at least a few lost plants. But, you know, I'm not terribly worried about losing these, to be completely honest, because I didn't purchase them. They just are there. Like I harvested them out of another spot in the garden. Apples are looking pretty janky. This one just needs to come off. He's, oh yeah, woo! He's dinner for somebody. Yeah, y'all can have it. And you got some yuckiness going on. But hey, that's what happens when you don't treat. And that looks like cedar apple rust to me, which is kind of impossible to avoid when you live in the South and have cedars that grow alongside your apple trees. It is a disease that requires both of those hosts. And you get ugly spots on the apple like that. I don't spray any of my trees. I could. I choose not to. And I also accept the risk of not really getting a whole lot of fruit in doing that. And that's okay, you know. Oh, my Tithonia is flowering. Huh. There's 2 bees on it. Oh, I doubt you can see it. This is still kind of walkable. There's a bunch of pumpkins down in there. These are the luxury pie pumpkins, and I'm going to say that's cured too. Oh yeah. These guys are ready to cut and come in. I harvested those very early last year because they were starting to rot. The pests were starting to get to them. Usually, so you can kind of see that white webbing on the outside of them. That's usually a good sign that they are definitely ready to be harvested. But when I said my Tithonia, I'm talking about that orange flower right there. Let's see if I can get you a little bit closer. I'm not walking in there, but I can lean you away. Something's biting me. Oh my gosh. Yep. Isn't that pretty? That is a Mexican sunflower. And as you can see, pollinators love it. There's 3 bees currently on the flower. One's like up underneath it. But that makes me happy. I kind of had forgotten that I had planted that. Oh man. Sunflower down. Looks like something fell into the water. Gross. This sweet dumpling squash, I was hoping it would set more fruit. I harvested all of the fruit off of it, but it doesn't look like it's wanting to set more. I'm trying to vine out into the yard. You will not survive there, friend. You will not survive. These are black-eyed peas too. Those have some pods on there. But those I harvest as dry beans as well because I'm lazy and it just works better that way. So when I harvest those luxury pie pumpkins, those little orange guys, like the little bitty orange guys that are in this big group, I am not going to completely rip the plant out because it is setting more fruit too, which is killer. There's another one over there. Man, it's a sunflower with a one little bee on it. A lot of these sunflowers are definitely done. Got these pumpkins trying to grow together. Look at this awesome watermelon. Sorry, I have like ADHD garden excitement. Okay, buddy. You're still not quite ready, but you're so big. Gosh, you're beautiful. Got 2 others on here too. I have got to get out here and harvest rabbit forage and do like a dried leaf hay, basically, with my mulberry leaves. They like the wood too, but you kind of got to let it cure. So I need to get out here. I also need to get out and pull weeds. There's weeds all over. I don't even remember what kind of squash this is. It's got a little baby on it. Let's see. Delicata squash. Yeah. Delicata. So he's kind of late. He's taking his sweet time. The figs are still not ripe. There's another watermelon. I don't know if that's off that same vine or not. It just keeps setting. The Chicago Hardy fig is looking good. He's got a lot of new growth. Look at all those babies. So many little fruits. All of that green is all new growth. That whole green stem. So he's grown like 4 feet this year. Oh, what a happy little guy. And this guy, I'm really hoping that fruit actually ripens. Last year it didn't. I don't know. We'll see. And I'm also hoping I actually get some elderberry berries because I think the birds are eating them. They're pretty though. You can see it's not exactly a full head. This is probably the fullest one, except for maybe that one way up at the top. But, you know, you win some and you lose some. My plan is to prune this guy like to this level. And so all of that upper growth, I'm going to cut and propagate, which means I will have a whole bunch of little baby elderberries. And I have a really cool plan for those. So I plan on sharing you guys my long-term plans for some of the spaces in our yard that is in, you know, the propagules from this plant. This is, I want to say Bob Evans. I don't think it's Bob Evans. I think Bob Evans is a seafood place. I don't know. Anyway, it's some guy's name. That's the variety that this is. So, oh, hey, look, I have a tag. Haha. Bob Gordon. I was only half wrong. This is a Bob Gordon variety. So if you propagate directly from this, all of the propagules will be the exact same plant. So I plan on creating a hedge of those on another part of our property, and I can show you guys that sometime soon. Not today though, because today I still haven't seen my husband. He just got back with Dixie just a minute ago, so I need to spend some time with him. I don't know if our pecan's ever going to set fruit. Hasn't yet. It's growing tall though. Maybe one day. Oh, speak of the devil. There's some fruit right there. You see it? Those two little nut guys right here. Two little pecans. I don't know if they're viable. They're tiny. Usually if they're harvestable, they're like fat and juicy looking. Oh well. All right, let's walk back up this way. That time could be doing better, honestly. It's not dead though. For not getting watered, it's not bad. Got a lot of damage from Japanese beetles on my poor little almond tree. But I've got a lot of new growth too, so you know, take the good with the bad. I desperately need to come mow the yard. I'm going to be busy tomorrow. Look at the pumpkin growing up in the cephalanthus. You just have no boundaries, huh? We're going to have to move you. I'm going to very gently try and maneuver this guy. Gently doesn't work. Okay, there you go. It's a little better. Whoa, look at that monster. That's one of the Dutch fork pie pumpkins. He a biggin'. I hope he actually cures well. He's mostly orange. These guys, when they're ripe, they're not like a bright orange. They're kind of pale, like a cheese pumpkin or something. I don't know. I've never had a cheese pumpkin. I don't know what I'm talking about. Kind of get these guys out of the grass so when I mow, they don't get killed. I'd like for them to last a little bit. It's crazy how they root. Look at that root. Get up in there, buddy. You know you want to stay where it's safe. Yeah, I truly do believe that your garden can feel your vibes. If you want it to be happy and healthy, that helps it. Man, look at that. There's a pumpkin trying to set on that vine that's going up and over the sunflower. That sunflower, not long for this world with that amount of weight on it. I had to go through and prune. You can barely see the blueberries in there now. I had to go through and prune the vines off of them so that they didn't keel over. There's a rotten pumpkin. That's okay. You win some, you lose some. So you can see this apple tree. This is a Stayman wine sap. I pruned this about 2 weeks ago, and it's already got new growth on it. I do try and prune some of my fruit trees in the summer. I need to get to my other apples because they're all too big. So the goal in doing that is just managing their size over time. and making sure that they don't get so big that I can't reach them, because I don't want to have to get on a ladder to harvest off of them, because I know myself well enough to know that that is unwise and I may die. That might be a little overdramatic. I know myself well enough to know that I could possibly injure myself trying to get up there. So we just give it I don't do structural pruning unless I see like a big bad problem. But in the summertime, I will go and just kind of give it a haircut so that it all just stays an even amount of height, even height. I probably do need to do some structural pruning on these. We do have one apple on this little golden delicious tree. He doesn't look too great, but again, when you don't treat your trees, you kind of just accept what comes. Alrighty, got a bunch of seedlings here from the basil that I don't really like. Oh my gosh, it's all in the driveway. Oh, you see all those seedlings? Oh, that's gonna be a hot mess. That was poor planning on my part. All right, I want to kind of step around to the edge, like the house plantings, and see how things are doing. Our little volunteer pumpkin has just been trucking along. I really think that these are just decorative. Those don't look like an edible pumpkin variety that I'm aware of. I don't know how this thing is still alive. Look at it, the base of it. There's a gaping hole there. He just keeps going though. I guess that's why pumpkins root along the stem. Helps them continue to handle the stress of something like a squash vine borer, which I'm sure is what did that damage. But those are cute little pumpkins. They'll be nice. They'll look nice on the porch. Man, I keep having stuff bite my feet. Sage, butterfly bush, still doing good. I need to get back there and probably prune it off of that fine line. That little buckthorn in the corner. That's supposed to get very tall and stay very thin. Hopefully it will continue to do that and be happy. Michael did keep my hanging baskets alive, so that's really cool. He's awesome. The lavender is looking a bit worse for wear. I need to get out here and prune him. I guess the list of chores for tomorrow keeps growing. These guys could use some deadheading too. It looks like they might be fighting some powdery mildew. Something is definitely eating their petals. That's so strange. It really, whatever it is, really likes that one, but not that one. And they're right next to each other. I can't imagine they're that different. This poor oregano, it's like Bee's Friend oregano. I don't remember exactly the name of it. It got really, really bad fungus. That's what all that black in there is. It makes me really sad. Like, the bees love this plant, and it just doesn't really have the strength to flower well this year. Its flowers are really cool. They almost form like these little chains. You see that bee on there? They're really pretty. They're really pretty. And again, I'm the pollinator plant nerd, so they make me very happy. And this guy's looking like he's getting ready to flower. Our little anemone. He's gonna be pretty. I'm excited. This is my first year with this plant in my garden, and it seems to be doing quite well. Unlike our very sad currant over here, he is beat all to crap. I don't know what to say about that. I knew it was a risk, because they really want to be in cooler climates, and whatever. If you're not taking risks gardening, what are you doing with your life? This lavender also needs some attention, as does this hydrangea. I'm hesitant about pruning the hydrangea though, because I like the flowers. I don't want to lose them. When you prune them, you're going to lose all the flowers. I wonder how that tea berry is doing. It should be underneath here. Oh yeah, he's doing well. Hey, tea berry buddy. Need a tea berry buddy. I don't know if I'm ever going to get any fruit off of him, because the birds really love that fruit. This is a limelight hydrangea. I think they're just so gorgeous. They fade to this like greenish color, and then they fade to like almost a very light pink, like a dusky pink. Just a blush of pink. So that's an old standby. They're really reliable, aside from this weird floppy pruning problem that we have. Our little tea camellia is doing well. It's got a good 4 or 5 inches of new growth on it. That makes me so happy. I'm so happy that you're happy, little friend. So happy that you're happy. I could probably harvest these seeds. This is a columbine, Aquilegia, for those of you who speak Latin. Just kidding, no one speaks Latin. Anyway, it's a lovely little plant. It flowers really, really well. Sorry about the AC noise. Hey, rabbits. Hey, babies. You guys good? Hey, are you hot bunnies? You guys seem to be doing well. Are you scared? No, it's okay. Look at you. You're so cute. I haven't seen you in like 4 days. Are you happy? Goodness. It's very cute. I will come visit you in a little bit. I'm gonna say this grapevine needs some attention. You're looking like Cousin It, buddy. Cousin It. We got some nice grapes. The Catawba I didn't think was gonna set grapes this year because it was decimated. It had to come back from the roots. The white muscadine, however, is doing quite well. There's a bunch of little, so muscadines don't really set like big clusters. They set these little mini clusters. So it's a little bit more work to harvest them compared to your typical eating grape. These are not honestly great for eating. Like, they're really good, but they're really more like a winemaker's grape. But I just grew up with a white muscadine in our backyard that Paul, my grandfather, planted on my dad's side. And I just have a really special, fond memory to go with them. They really actually want to be on a trellis that grows like up overhead, and they want to travel like horizontally as opposed to vertically. But this was the trellis I had when I found that thing. So that was the trellis I put it on. I think I have some gomphrena. I think that's what that is. That's coming up in here. No, it definitely feels like gomphrena. Gomphrena has a very fuzzy, scratchy kind of leaf to it. I'll pull these weeds while I'm here. I left the, what is that? Parsley. I left the parsley to just kind of let it go to seed. It may drop seed so that it can grow more next year. It's my own little lazy gardening technique. I am going to pull up this grapevine because I don't want the grapevine growing right there. I need to deadhead this yarrow, something awful. And this over here too, this poor little coneflower. It's doing really bad. I also probably need to put some mulch over top of these little grape hyacinth bulbs. They look like they need to be divided. Man, they are just growing like crazy in there. So this is quite the mess back here. I'm surprised that lemongrass is still alive. It looks so dry. And these guys are definitely, this phlox did not make it. I have a feeling it's probably going to continue to reseed each year though. It does pretty well reseeding because I didn't plant these this year. They just came up from seed last year. And there's more gomphrena coming up in here. And again, those are not seeds I planted. Like, that was just stuff that I grew in this bed last year, and it flowered and released seed. So once the conditions are right, it goes right along. Keeps on trucking. It's a pretty Stokes aster. I didn't think it would flower again. Those are its first flowers. It's trying to set seed. But man, that's really pretty. Oh man, grasshoppers have gotten a hold of my iris. You poor baby. Oh my gosh, that's clear grasshopper damage. The way it's like chomped all, like there's big bite marks taken out of it. A really common iris problem, sadly. This guy's looking good. This is a Rudbeckia. It's a native Rudbeckia. I'm very excited to see this guy flower. This is a native aster. It's bachelor buttons back there. Still looking cute. They're still holding on in spite of the insane heat. And then this guy should flower quite soon. He's a chrysanthemum. He has really interesting flowers that they're white, but they're like pink at the edges, and then they fade. And he's like a mountain. Like, the thing's like 4 feet across. It's huge. I have to prune it off of this poor little crepe myrtle every year. That crepe myrtle has gotten some pretty bad Japanese beetle damage, but you couldn't tell it from just walking this way. You really have to look up, but you're going to have to look up to see the flowers too. Those buds are way at the very tippy top, but that's part of why we prune it every year. Anyways, Slyatrus in with the Ganeshan rose. I think it's pretty much done flowering. The Liatris still has a couple of little buds on it. The camera's not wanting to focus, sorry. There's a little bee guy. There we go. I like that their flowers look kind of like fireworks. A pretty little burst. All right, and then somehow that thing is still flowering. It's just, I didn't deadhead it. I told myself I was going to come deadhead it, and I never got around to it, but it said, I'm not waiting on you. I'm going anyway. Nice little bee balm. This is the Jacob Klein variety. It's really good for tea. And then the lemon balm is just going right along too. It is trucking. And then it looks like, man, the asparagus is trying to set more seed. Well, we've made it all the way around the house. I do need to go check bunnies. I guess I should tell you goodbye. Thank you for wandering around my garden with me and exploring what it looks like after me being gone for so long. And typically, I'm gone for like an actual full 7 days. I didn't feel right to do that this time because Michael was in charge of bunny duty while I was gone, and it's kind of a lot of work, and it's really hot, and he's already got a lot on him, and I don't want to add more to his plate. So ordinarily, if I was gone 7 days, it would have been a whole other level of crazy. But this is a manageable level of crazy. So that's okay. But I'm going to get off here. My dad is currently calling me. I need to answer and let him know that I got home safely. 3.5 hour drive, you know, it's very dangerous. I did actually have a couple people almost hit me, but you'll have that. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. This has been Sam, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Bye.